この二人の関係は。
粘土？
粘土？
まずい。あれ？
Horimiya is a heartwarming anime series. The story revolves around two high school students, Hori and Miyamura, who seem to have nothing in common but share a secret that they can't reveal to anyone else. Hori is a popular and outgoing student with a perfect public persona, while Miyamura is a quiet and reserved student with a hidden side that no one knows about. As they get to know each other better, they begin to discover each other's true personalities and form an unlikely bond that challenges their beliefs about themselves and others. Kyoko Hori, the most popular girl in her class, leads a double life. At home, she dresses plainly and takes care of household chores. One day, while escorting her younger brother home from a nosebleed, the class loner Izumi Miyamura discovers her secret. Miyamura, who wears piercings and has tattoos outside of school, agrees to keep her secret, and they grow closer as he visits her home to play with her brother. However, their secret is inadvertently revealed when Miyamura's true appearance is exposed to Yoshikawa during a trip to buy eggs on sale. At the same time, Toru Ishikawa, a classmate with feelings for Hori, befriends Miyamura and plans to confess his love to her. In response, Miyamura distances himself from Hori, but she confronts him, upset that he is avoiding her to protect her reputation. Eventually, the two reconcile, with Hori revealing that she rejected Ishikawa. While conversing with her mother, Hori realizes that she lacks knowledge of Miyamura's first name. Consequently, she comes up with numerous schemes to acquire the information indirectly. Miyamura eventually discloses his first name to her. Later on, the student council approaches Hori for assistance with their paperwork. However, they accuse her of losing the budget report, which leads to Miyamura proving her innocence by revealing Remi as the culprit. During the altercation, Remi accidentally drops the report when she collides with Miyamura, who also headbutts the president, Sengoku. The student council apologizes to Hori, who confesses that she helped them as a way of making up for bullying Sengoku when they were younger. As they begin their third year, Miyamura gives Hori a birthday present in the form of a CD. As Miyamura reflects on his solitary past at school, a turning point occurs when Hori, Ishikawa, and Yoshikawa invite him to join their class project. This simple act of inclusion opens up a new world for him, as he realizes he now has friends. In a moment of vulnerability, he confides in Ishikawa, who reassures him of their friendship. The following day, Remi playfully suggests to Hori that she might have feelings for Miyamura, triggering a defensive response from Hori. Later, Hori and Miyamura compare their hands, a moment that almost leads to a confession from Hori. Things become complicated when Ishikawa confronts Miyamura about Hori's feelings, resulting in a heated exchange. However, the two eventually make amends, and Miyamura reveals to Yoshikawa the true cause of their argument. As summer arrives, Sakura falls head over heels for Ishikawa, when he kindly assists her in collecting the papers she scattered. Following this, Hori treats Miyamura to some ice cream, which they share with Ishikawa and Sengoku. As a result of losing a game with their friends, Hori and Miyamura are tasked with buying drinks for everyone, which leads to Ishikawa misinterpreting their relationship. After school, Hori discovers that Miyamura only becomes flustered and harsh when conversing with Shindo, his former middle school classmate. While exploring the town, Hori and Ishikawa bump into Shindo. Later on, Hori falls ill, and Miyamura takes care of her, gradually uncovering the depths of loneliness that she endures. In the end, Miyamura confesses his love for her. Before we continue, take a moment to answer the question of the day. What is the best romance anime in your opinion? Comment down below for a chance to be shouted out. Now, back to the recap. Sota informs Hori that he saw Miyamura with another girl, not realizing that the girl was Shindo's girlfriend, Chika. This news upsets Hori, causing her to distance herself from Miyamura, eventually resulting in her throwing a textbook at him. However, when Miyamura visits Hori's home to return the textbook, they both apologize and attempt to reconcile. Unfortunately, their conversation is cut short by the arrival of Hori's father, Kiyosuke. Nevertheless, Hori admits that Miyamura is her boyfriend and they officially start dating. Though Ishikawa is disheartened by the news, he assures Miyamura that they are still friends. Meanwhile, Sakura confides in Remi about her crush on Ishikawa and feels insecure about her appearance in comparison to Remi's. However, Remi encourages her and boosts her confidence. The other students become aware that Hori and Miyamura are in a romantic relationship when Miyamura spends the night at her house. In order to avoid any negative impact on Hori's reputation, Miyamura decides to alter his appearance by cutting his hair and ditching his glasses. As Shindo shares candy with Hori and Miyamura after school, Miyamura takes the opportunity to kiss Hori for the first time. Miyamura's new look catches the attention of the girls, including Honaka Sawada, a first-year student who sees him as a rival for Hori's affections. Miyamura discovers that Sawada is his next-door neighbor and sympathizes with her situation after learning that her brother passed away a year ago. This leads Miyamura to develop a relationship with Sawada of his own. Ishikawa kindly lends Sakura his jersey to help her hide a stain, and Sakura shows her gratitude by baking him cookies. Feeling envious, Yuki turns to Miyamura for assistance with baking cupcakes, but unfortunately, the treats end up burnt. However, Ishikawa offers Yuki words of encouragement and she decides to try again. While Miyamura is away attending a funeral in Hokkaido for 5 days, Hori anxiously waits for his return, especially when his phone dies. When he finally comes back, they share a tearful embrace. To spice things up, the girl suggests that Hori act timid around Miyamura during a horror movie, but this plan backfires and she ends up scaring Miyamura. Despite her embarrassment, Miyamura reassures her that he loves her for who she is. Later that night, they have sex. Later, Miyamura makes a startling discovery about Hori, her masochistic tendencies, to be exact. In an effort to please her, Hori persistently goads Miyamura into yelling at or striking her. Despite his reluctance, Miyamura reluctantly complies. Meanwhile, Yoshikawa receives a romantic confession from Akane Yanagi, a fellow student from a different class. Seeking assistance, Yoshikawa solicits the help of her friends who recommend that Toru pretend to be her boyfriend. Despite Yoshikawa's rejection of Yanagi's advances, the group welcomes her into their fold. One day, Hori becomes envious of Miyamura's close relationship with Tanihara, Shindo, and the other guys. Meanwhile, Sakura receives devastating news about Ishikawa and Yuki's supposed romantic involvement, causing Yuki to withdraw into herself and struggle with expressing her feelings. Ishikawa informs Yuki about Sakura's confession without requesting an answer, but attempts to uplift her spirits by discussing his love for snow, another word to say Yuki in Japanese, and their anticipation for its arrival. Afterwards, Sengoku comforts a sorrowful Sakura following her rejection. After discovering that Yura has a sister, the group of boys attempt to form a stronger connection with Yanagi. Initially, Miyamura feels anxious about jeopardizing his relationship with the guys, but eventually he too forges a strong bond with Yanagi. Sawada gradually becomes more comfortable around the boys, although she still struggles to deal with the loud and bothersome Yura. One day, without realizing that he's ill, Sawada secretly assists Yura, which makes her fear that he despises her. However, Yura returns to his usual self the following day. Motoko, Yura's sister, receives a disheartening comment from her teacher about her inability to enter her preferred high school. Yura provides her with encouragement, and at his request, Hori offers to tutor her while they engage in conversations. The siblings each hope that the other does not hold any negative feelings towards them. Hori extends an invitation to Miyamura for Christmas dinner. Regrettably, he declines due to work obligations, which leaves Sota and Kyosuke feeling disappointed. Meanwhile, Toru confides in Sengoku and Iura about his feelings for Yuki, acknowledging their undefined relationship as comfortable. Later, Yuki visits Toru at his house, and they both become increasingly anxious and embarrassed, particularly when Yashiro, the caretaker at the Ishikawa house, begins to play pranks on them. Sengoku, on the other hand, feels afraid to visit Remi because of his fear of bugs. As graduation approaches, Hori ponders over what will happen next. On Christmas Day, each character enjoys the company of their loved ones. Miyamura briefly stops by the Hori household before departing for work. While walking home, Hori expresses her desire to stay with Miyamura after graduation, prompting him to propose marriage. The two spend New Year's together, reflecting on their future. As the end of the school year draws near, the students begin clearing out their lockers. Remy, eager to spend some quality time with her friends, frets over the possibility of being left behind in the future. However, her friends reassure her of their unyielding loyalty. Miyamura reflects on the path his and his peers' school life would have taken had he not accidentally bumped into Hori. At the graduation ceremony, Miyamura lets out a loud sneeze, disrupting Sengoku's speech and causing a commotion. He then makes a vow to his past self that he will confront and not shy away from his former self. Sawada bids a heartfelt farewell to Hori, while Sakura expresses her gratitude to Ishikawa. Yanagi approaches Yuki with the idea of a group outing. Kyosuke appears to tease Miyamura and Hori, while Motoko encounters a different side of her brother at school and accompanies Iura home. Miyamura and Hori embark on a journey together, and he reflects on the many things he cherishes about her and how she helped him break out of his shell. He ponders how he can express his gratitude towards her. What a great ending to such a wholesome anime. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.